You guys can stand up over on this side. Does it? Oh, okay. Yeah, Vicky, you're supposed to come in. Vicky,
You sure? I didn't want to take a spot.
No. We have orders. We ask for extra chairs. We do. There would be people that would be there. Hold this. There you go. Okay, I'm sure you are wrong. They don't have to be. You're going to have to talk loud.
At least like to where that pebble is.
Yeah.
It's alright, I have a pretty loud voice.
No.
Someone accused me of being a loud mouth.
Your part.
Yeah, I'm gonna, when it comes about time, like people sort of scooch in a little bit. We still have more time.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Right there you go. And you guys we're really on you.
So,
There's only one. Okay.
They do.
Already.
They do.
Already.
and then I believe it's that.
Yeah, did we get them to move on?
Huh? Oh, I got one. Could y'all once it's all said,
Come be part of our family. Since you are. Since you are. Yeah, please. Thank you. You don't have to talk so loud. Hi, Jim. This is informal, by the way. Yeah, no, what?
maybe those on the
Come on in here, cuz.
We'll do.
I have something for you. I have something for you.
Right. Okay. I know some of them. I've got my grandmother, or grandfather, and aunt.
We got a whole mess of questions for you right now.
Spellmeier?
3 minutes.
Phyllis?
Yeah. She was my mom's best friend. She was right next door. That was my grandmother.
Yep. How could I have not realized that? I don't know.
Unfortunately, I looked just like her. I haven't seen her. She passed away a couple years ago down in Arizona. She decided one day she wanted to
I
take
don't
heart
usually have
medication
problems.
anymore.
People don't usually complain that I'm too quiet.
So she quit taking the medication. She had a stroke and was gone within a week.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Douglas Burkhart. I share the same name as my grandpa, and so they asked me to say some words about him, and it's my honor to speak a little bit about my grandpa. Besides our name, we actually share quite a lot in common. We both love dearly our meat and potatoes. We both served our country in the military. We share a love of motorcycles. Heck, we even have the same luscious hairline. So, but of all these things, there's something else that I really wanted to address as I was thinking about my grandpa, and I think it all boils down to basically when I reflect on my grandpa's life, I think that he lived a life based on what was truly important, and that's love. I'm going to be giving a couple Bible verses, and the first one is one that you would normally hear at a wedding or an anniversary, but I think that it perfectly sums up the life of my grandpa. It's from 1 Corinthians. So, love is patient and kind. And when I think of my grandpa, he was one of the kindest people I ever knew. Maybe a little ornery sometimes, but that's just the spice of life. That's what keeps it interesting, right? Not jealous and does not brag and is not arrogant. I don't think I've ever heard him brag about his life, even though he lived such an amazing life. It does not act unbecomingly. It is not easily provoked, and it does not take into account wrongs that are suffered. You know, something that I try to do, and because I've seen my grandpa my whole life, is he just let things go. He just let things go, a new day, and that's just something that always stuck with me about him. It bears all things, believes all things, and endures all things. And when I thought about that, I thought, I see the endurance of his spirit in all of you, in my family, and the love that he shared. It goes on to say later on that the greatest gifts are faith, hope, and love, but of all of those three, the greatest is love. And I think that's true. I also take comfort in knowing exactly where my grandpa is right now. In Romans it says, "But if the spirit of he who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Jesus Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through his spirit who dwells in you." And so I think we can all take comfort in knowing that he's with Jesus in heaven. There's one more verse I'd like to put out there, and it's one that kind of stuck to me, and it comes from 2 Timothy. "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the course, and I have kept the faith." He did what he was supposed to do on this earth, and now he finished his task, and he's off Jesus to earn his reward. He's exchanged his worldly cares and troubles for his crown of glory. My whole life, whenever we were in the same room and somebody said, "Douglas," there would be two heads turning every time. And I look forward to the time when once again we'll both turn our head, but it won't be